You are about to enter the story scroll, where every tale unfolds like a secret whispered in the dark. Ready to unravel the mystery? Let's go. February 1959. 9 young hikers vanished in the frozen Ural Mountains. When rescuers found them, the scene looked like a horror film. Tents ripped open from the inside, bodies half dressed in the snow, and injuries no one could explain. This is the Dyatlov Pass mystery. Our story begins with Igor Dyatlov, a 23-year-old engineering student. He led a group of 9 experienced hikers on a journey that would test their endurance. The year before, they'd summited Mount Otorten, one of the highest peaks in the Urals. This time they wanted to go further, to a remote pass over 9,000 feet above sea level. It was meant to be a leisurely hike, a chance to enjoy the snowy wilderness. Instead, it became their final chapter. On January, they set off into the freezing cold, confident in their abilities and prepared for sub-zero temperatures. Their journey would take them through dense forests, across frozen rivers, and up steep mountainsides. Each day, they'd camp out in the wilderness, surviving off the food they carried with them. But as the days passed, the weather took a turn for the worse. Blizzards raged, temperatures plummeted, and visibility dropped. Still, the group pressed on, determined to reach their destination. Then on February, they pitched their tent on the northern slope of Otorten, where it would stay for 4 days. When the group didn't return on schedule, search parties went looking. What they found shocked them. The hiker's tent was discovered on the mountainside, slashed open from the inside. Personal belongings, food, even boots were left behind, suggesting the group had fled in a hurry. But footprints led into the forest. Some barefoot, others wearing only socks. In the dead of winter, with 30 degrees Celsius winds, this was unthinkable. Experienced hikers do not remove their footwear in such conditions. It's not logical. It defies common sense. As night fell, the searchers found the first bodies near a small fire. All were fully clothed except for their footwear, which was missing. The hikers had stripped off their socks and shoes, and some had even taken off their skis. One of the skiers had a fractured skull. Another, massive chest injuries as if struck by a car, yet with no external bruising. All had succumbed to hypothermia. But the mystery deepened when other bodies were found farther away, and their deaths were far stranger. One hiker had a fractured skull. Another, massive chest injuries as if struck by a car, yet with no external bruising. One woman was missing her eyes. Another, her tongue. It was as if something bizarre and terrifying had struck them down. To make things even stranger, traces of radiation were discovered on some of their clothes. The official Soviet investigation offered a vague explanation. The hikers died due to a compelling natural force. That only fueled speculation. Was it an avalanche that had buried the tent and injured the hikers as they tried to escape? Did they panic, cut open the tent, and flee into the blizzard? Or was there something more sinister at play? Secret weapons test, military cover-up, even UFOs. Some whispered theories took root and flourished. Decades later, new scientific studies suggest a rare kind of slab avalanche could explain the panic. But not everyone is convinced. A slab avalanche occurs when a heavy layer of snow slides down a slope, not as a fluid mass, but as rigid slabs. If one of these hit the tent, it could explain why it was cut open from the inside. Yet, this still leaves many questions unanswered. Why would experienced hikers flee barefoot into the snow? Why the strange injuries? And what about the radiation? The Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of the 20th century. Frozen in time, buried beneath the snow and forever haunting those icy peaks. Do you believe the official story, or are you more intrigued by the conspiracy theories? Let me know in the comments. If the story gripped you, subscribe. The scroll never ends.